morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1423. It's Friday. It's Friday already. Of course, that's, when you get back home on Wednesday night, makes for a short week, right? Happy Friday. And I turn around and it's a very short week for me because I'm back on the road tomorrow. This time, Chicago, for the Sports Spectacular. I will be set up on Sunday at the Donald Stevens Convention Center, Rosemont, Illinois. Same site as the National, coming this summer back to Chicago. So I will be down in Chicago tomorrow afternoon, sometime probably early to mid afternoon. I'll be walking around. I've got a deal already. I'm bringing some big stuff with me to Chicago this time around. For the first time ever, I'll have a showcase. I've never had a showcase before. I'm actually buying a showcase, and I'm bringing showcase stuff. So come out and see what's going to be inside the showcase. There's going to be some probably mostly Cubs stuff. I'm going through and picking out some stuff to move. I've, in the last year since reaching 1 million Cubs, I've realized a lot of this stuff, and I listed some Cubs stuff in my eBay store, 99centcards.com. I don't even remember putting that on the screen. But it's stuff that has been sitting in a box, just sitting there. And it's like, you know what? Do I really need that? I've got some showcase. I've got some spots to fill in the showcase. I took some out to show off, and one of those I did sell, and one I'm still trying to move. I think I listed the Ron Santo on eBay. So I'm going to bring some showcase stuff. I've got a deal lined up for a couple of items. I wouldn't really consider them cards. So I'm going to take that. And that's, and those are, it's okay money. But they've just been sitting, and I've had them for over a year, and they've been sitting in my storage area, not displayed, not just hanging out in storage. It's like, let's liquidate this stuff. So I'm gonna have some stuff at the National, and my buddy will be set up with me as well on Sunday, and he's got some exciting things in store that I can share with you probably Sunday if I see you, or Monday morning I'll talk about it. But I want to talk to him before I say anything about his project that he just kicked off. So exciting thing for the hobby. What else is going on? How about Ernie? Ernie had quite the day yesterday. As you saw Ernie yesterday morning, he was very excited to head to doggy daycare and see his puppy friends. So he had a long play day. We came home. Ernie got home from doggy daycare, all day playing. And he had the zoomies as soon as he got home. And it was a beautiful day. And it's going to be, I think, it might rain today, but it's night. The sun's out right now. It's supposed to be in the 70s today. So my wife's like, maybe you should take him for a walk. And I'm like, yeah, I could use a walk. I haven't done anything today. So exercise-wise. Where I've been getting a lot of steps in over the last, 8-9 days. Got a lot of steps in. Also consumed a lot of garbage, but didn't get many steps in yesterday. Yeah, I'll take Ernie on a walk. So we go on a long walk all the way around the neighborhood, through the park, and back. You would think he's tired. Not Ernie. Oh, no. So we go for a long walk. My wife took a call from a client, and she went out onto the deck. I was watching the I think it was Iowa, Illinois, Big Ten game. And so she goes out onto the deck. Ernie sneaks out. What does Ernie do? Ernie runs down the stairs from the deck, and there's a lot of stairs. He's sniffing around, and he darts to the neighbor's yard because he wants to go play with puppies again. So he runs to the neighbor's yard where his best friend Rookie lives, and he's just kind of sniffing around. Rookie's not outside. So he runs up their deck steps to their back door. And so by this time, I'm just watching it all play out. And my wife's like, I better go get him. So like Ernie was like already on his way. My wife gets her shoes and goes out. He's running, at least when he runs up onto the deck, we know where he's at. So my wife goes over there, and all of a sudden she like peeks out from their deck, and she's like, he went inside. And I'm like, how did he get inside? I'm like, oh, the neighbor probably let him in to come play with Rookie. Oh no. Oh no. So then my wife emerges with Rookie and Ernie, and they come out, and Ernie has the freaking zoomies, and he is fast for a little chunky guy. He's got some wheels on him, and he's just him and Rookie are just having the times of their lives. And so I came down. I think I came downstairs. They're still playing. I came downstairs, do a little work. They came back, and my wife's like, you know what he did? And I'm like, yeah, I saw he went over to the neighbor's house. She's like, well, first he broke into their house. And I'm like, well, how did he break in? She's like, apparently the back door wasn't latched and it wasn't shut all the way, and he pushed it open. So Ernie let himself in to the neighbor's house. Him and Rookie went around and chased each other in the house, and then came out, played in the backyard. And then it's not over yet. And then as they were coming back, Ernie saw, sniffed dogs out front and bolted to the front and chased the dogs down the sidewalk. And it was actually Rosie and the Chihuahuas from across the street. And Rosie's kind of protective. She's a good doggy girl. But apparently, as Rosie saw Ernie like running down the sidewalk, Rosie just kind of stopped, and Ernie just stopped in his tracks. By this time, my wife had caught up to him and was able to cart him away. And then he was tired. And he was sprawled out, passed out. And that's Ernie. It's Ernie's world, and we're just living in it. So the adventures of Ernie continue, and he'll get another round of playing today. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow, because the timing really sucks for both my wife and I's work schedule. Which is, for me, usually I never say my work schedule, but my travel schedule, I guess. So I could take him in the morning, but you can't pick them up or drop them off at doggy daycare between noon and 2, because that's like their rest time, nap time, lunchtime, whatever. I think it's more for the humans. It's their lunchtime, their lunch break. So it's always like the times I need to leave or we need to do something, it falls between noon and 2. So I could take him for, a couple hours in the morning, but I don't think their Saturdays, they even let them play until 10. So you take him at 10, they play for an hour and 45 minutes, go pick him up before noon. Might as well just play with him here. And then my wife's got showings in the mid-afternoon, like after I already, I plan on leaving around noon. 1 at the latest. Takes me 2 hours to get there. So I'd like to get there to Chicago no later than 3 tomorrow. I don't plan. I will be at the Spectacular this weekend. I'll be walking the floor for a couple hours Saturday. And then I'll be set up on Sunday. I don't plan like my aim, my goal, my intentions for this show. I don't know. I can't pin it. It's not buying. I'm not going to be digging through buying. Now, Saturday, I'll probably look through just to see what's there. But that's not my intent. What I'm taking, I guess it's more of a showcase museum type show for me because I'm not intending on buying. I'm not intending on selling. But if I do, it's a bonus with the exception of I have one deal already, preset. So it's just one of those. But it's kind of, I want to, show off some of my stuff. Now there will be price tags. It's going to be high, but again, I'm going to have museum prices. And it's, I'll have my 99centcard.com, although it's not really going to line up with my inventory. But at least, hey, it's a website, so people can come check it out. So yeah, so I will be in Chicago this weekend. What else is coming up? So this weekend I'll be at the Chicago Sports Spectacular. Nothing planned for next weekend. And then, which is nice that we have 5 weekends in March. And then Saturday, March 29th is the Madison Card Show, Sheraton Hotel, John Nolan Drive. PSA in the house. PSA will be set up on the south wall in the upstairs Capitol Square Ballroom, right as you walk into that main entrance on the stairs side of the room. So come check out the Madison Card Show. 140 tables, sold out show. PSA accepting submissions. So you can follow the link. Go to psacard.com, go to their events page, and it'll have the details. Same pricing is online. There's no show specials. No, it's not more. God, I hate rumors and the game of telephone. People commenting on I heard it's twice as much at a show. No, it's not. It's the same as what it would be online, and you don't have to ship it to wherever. So there's no show discounts, but it's not more. So it's just an added benefit for you. And if you don't want to grade cards, that's fine. If you don't like PSA, that's fine. But there are a lot of people that will take advantage of it. So that's Saturday, March 29th, Madison Card Show, Sheraton Hotel, John Nolan Drive. And then April, we have the 2-show weekends, Sports and Pokemon, a regular Madison Card Show on Saturday, April 26th. The Saturday show is no different than any other show. We're not taking anything away. But the Sunday show is Pokemon only, Sunday, April 27th. So if you don't like Pokemon, don't come on Sunday. If you've liked the Madison Card Show up to this point, you will still like it because nothing will have changed. It's going to be the same old Madison Card Show, Saturday, April 26th. The Madison Pokemon Card Show will be Pokemon and TCG only, and that'll be on Sunday, April 27th. Sheraton Hotel, John Nolan Drive. Let's go to the chat. It's a free-for-all Friday, but I don't really feel like doing Name That Player today because, A, I didn't get anything lined up. So, hey, I did watch basketball, though. The Badgers played Northwestern. They won. I think they play UCLA today. I wasn't paying close attention because I was, shipping, and I did actually do quite a bit of listing in my eBay store. So check it out, 99centcards.com, link in the description. Another round of auctions ending tonight at 99centcards.com. Some great deals were had last night. And some stuff went unsold. I'm gonna have to go in and relist some stuff at buy it now prices this morning, but check out the a lot of color, I think, in tonight's auctions at 99centcards.com. If you did, I did not send any shipping invoices. I don't think there might have only been 1 or 2 buyers that won multiple auctions last night. So if you did win multiple items in last night's auctions, I'll get an invoice sent out here after I wrap up this morning's show. And then some of the unsold stuff will go back in the inventory as buy it now. And again, auctions ending tonight, 99centcards.com. David is here. Good morning. Welcome back to the grind. Good luck with the Pokemon show. Thank you. I appreciate that. There's a few tables open. Now, the show's not until the end of April, but I've got, I think, maybe three or five open tables for the Madison Pokemon show. It's going to be a 100-table show, so about 95 tables are booked for that Pokemon show. And I assume as we get closer to the date, those will fill up very quickly. Regular Madison card show, completely sold out, long waiting list. And I will tell you, because I've had some of the Pokemon vendors, reach out. Well, can I get into the regular show? No, you can't. Well, how long is the waiting list? It's really long. And now that there's a Pokemon only show, the chances of TCG and Pokemon dealers getting into the show, the regular show, are less than they were before. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but it's unlikely to happen. If there's a Pokemon only show, especially if this becomes a regular occurrence or even semi-regular, we're going to tap down and it's not going to be a sports only show, but it's going to be, longtime vendors only on the TCG side. Uncle Rich, good morning. Mr. Archer is here. Good morning. Scott says, good morning, Mr. 1 million Poke Cards. I've got about seven Pokemon cards. Gem City Card Show, my routine is back to normal now that I know what Bo is eating or not eating. There you go. It's a lot. It's, if I would have done the show last week, it would have been a lot more exciting. Baked spaghetti calzone from Spinato's, tenderloin from Chucky's food truck, which actually they're based out of DeWitt, Iowa, but I went all the way to Arizona to try one for the first time. What else did I have out there? Actually, it wasn't. I think I ate at the hotel last year. I ate at the hotel more. I think I only had one meal at the hotel this year. Some breakfast burritos from McDonald's, which breakfast burritos in Arizona hit different. They taste the same, but they make them like authentic style. Like here, it's just like a rolled up, but there it's like they take their time or they know what they're doing. But I've always found that I enjoy the breakfast burritos much better when I'm in Phoenix. Last night I had my wife said she had her and some coworkers went out for lunch and she's like, I had a big lunch, so I'm not really that hungry. I'm like, I'm not that hungry either. I'll fix it. So I fixed the burnt ends, the microwavable burnt ends from Aldi, which are freaking amazing. Good stuff. So that was my dinner last night. Lunch, I had butternut squash. That was my lunch. Butternut squash was my lunch. The steamable bags, also from Aldi. Jody, what's going on? Good morning. Max is here. Good morning. Trying to find Spotted Cow in Janesville currently. Hey, it's never too early for Spotted Cow. JK Cards, good morning. How was spring training? It was awesome. You can hear all about it in yesterday's episode. So go watch yesterday's replay. Talked all about spring training. I think I hit on pretty much. I did not show off my autographs though. I go into spring training every year, and one of the things that I enjoy most about spring training and going down to hang out at Sloan for 8 days is getting autographs. And I print out custom cards. I printed out a ton this year, and I didn't get a lot autographed. No, I did. I got a lot autographed, but I got not. So I always go in with a goal of 500 autographs. That's a lot of autographs. And the funny thing is, this year was a weird year at spring training. And a lot of that had to do with the schedule. and the Cubs leaving for Japan like right in the middle of the month. So it breaks up spring training. The weather was weird, and I talked about just the weirdness around spring training, but it was still a blast, still awesome. And with the weather and the schedule was different than usual. I came in on the first day, was a home game, which is the first time that's happened since I've been going. So usually I go out onto the backfields and I get a ton of autographs on that first day. So, and I still ended up, I think the first day on game day, not even going to the backfields. I think I ended up getting like 25, close to 30 autographs, which was great in my opinion. And then the second day was a complete off day. I got 2 autographs. My buddy, that's for you, Steve, Ethan Roberts. I had 2 cards that I didn't have signed from him. And we hung out and ripped some packs Wednesday night. And otherwise it was a complete off day. So first 2 days, I may have hit 30 autographs, which is, like, oh shit, I've got to average like 80 autographs a day, 75 a day to reach my goal, which I set the goal high. But I'm not a grapher. And what I mean by that is, sure, I have my binders and my backpack and all that, but I don't chase guys down. I think I chased one player down, and you'll never guess who that player is. I could give you 100 guesses, and you probably wouldn't guess the player that I ran down to get an autograph. I'll tell you, it was Carlos Perez. Is the only player I saw him walk. I'm like, oh, I had 1 card of Carlos Perez, and I'm like, this is my chance. I probably could have had other chances, although I don't know if I saw him much after that. But if they're gone and if they reach a certain point, it's like, I'm not going to go chase him down. So realistically, if I was a true grapher, I could probably get well over 500 autographs with what I bring out there. But I could go the hotel lobby, like half the minor leaguers are staying at the same hotel, and usually there's 5, 6, 10, 12 hanging out in the lobby. I could go up, and I don't really know them most of them I don't know by face. One year I had been drinking most of the day, and I'm like, hey, what's your name? I could be that guy, and I could pick them off really easy. So I could realistically hit my goal. But I'm just kind of not lazy, but just laid back about it. And with that said, with the weird weather, so Tuesday was the weird day coming in on a home game. Wednesday, complete off day. I had a good day Thursday, which I think I had 91. I got 91 autographs on Thursday. And then Friday, it poured rain most of the day. And so by noon, everybody was done because it's like they were doing live BP. I think I ended up with 20, 25 autographs on Friday, which could have been easily 50 if it wasn't pouring rain, because guys were just walking right by me. And it's like, I need him, but it's pouring rain. I'm not going to get the cards wet, and he probably wants to get inside. So with that said, I still ended up with 315 autographs at spring training this year. So this binder holds 360. And as you can see, there's a whole lot of autographs, a couple blank pages, blank page, and then there you go. So 315. Who are my favorite? Somebody's gonna say, well, what's your best autograph that you got? So what was? And I don't, like, a lot of people will ask, like, well, who are you going for? Who'd you get today? And a lot of people that ask, who'd I get today? I would start naming names, and they'd be like, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. But I have a sickness when it comes to the Chicago Cubs. And I love the minor leagues, and I follow it. And I love making the cards and getting the cards signed and watching them. Some of these guys that I printed cards from the Rookies app may not be in the organization next year. Some of them may not even play in the States. Maybe they get to spring training and then they get cut and they don't even play full season ball. So, and that's, every player has a story. Do I have, like, I can go through and absolutely I have favorites. So here's one on page 1. And he's a great player. And I'm glad I got him because I don't think I saw him again, at least down the path. But this is a Panini Crusade, Cade Horton. It's a cool card. So that's a favorite. People ask, well, what do you do with them all? It's like, I put them in these binders and I put them on a shelf, but I do look at them. And that's the great thing about binders. I get these out and I can see, like, and basically this binder will be 2025 spring training. It's like, these are the autographs I got at 2025. It fills the whole binder. So there's no confusion. This was a favorite, Rachel Folden. My buddy Rich took that photograph. Topps bought the photograph, and Rachel Folden in the Women in Baseball set from Topps last year. So she also signed a Tennessee Smokies minor league card for me. Let's see. What else? Oh, Cade Horton also signed a first Bowman Chrome for me. So that was cool. Moises Ballesteros, another top prospect for the Cubs, signed a first Bowman Chrome. So these are some autos. This is going to be one of those where it's like, it's one of my favorite autographs that I got, but most people will have no idea who he is. So he played in the Blue Jays system. I don't know if he played Major League Baseball. Oh, he did. He did make his MLB debut on April 22nd, 2006, I think. And so he had a Topps 52 rookie card, Jamie Vermillier, and he's now a pitching coach. He was pitching coach last year for the Tennessee Smokies, AA. Matt Shaw, awesome dude, stopped in and posed in our photo with us at Club 400. He signed a lot of autographs. He signed 2 for me over the course of the week. Let's see. What are some of my other favorites? Adon Sanchez. So I've been collecting his rainbow for both Topps Pro Debut and his first Bowman Chrome. In the course of collecting those, I accumulated a lot of duplicates. So last year at spring training, I gave him like 5 or 6 of the color parallels of his first Bowman Chrome. He didn't have any of his own cards. So he signed a couple cards for me. He actually came up to me one of the days at camp on the backfields, and we were just talking. I'm like, are you collecting? He's like, he's like, the cards you gave me, I've got them on display. He's like, I've got a case and I've got my cards on display. So I think that's really cool, and hopefully get him into the collecting game. Let's see. Steve's buddy, Luke Little. This is a cool card. He's just a young baby face in that photo. Panini Prism Fireworks, Luke Little. I'm bummed that I missed his parents. They were there a week before I got there. Here's another just cool card. Hayden Cantrell, former Brewers prospect, now in the Cubs system. This is Prism Draft Picks, like green something. So 315 total autographs at spring training. Ronnie Cruz. And so here's what I use my buddy Rich. I steal his photos, but I mean, they're just for my own collection. So that's a cool photo that Rich took. Rookie Zap using the 88 Donruss design. The biggest get, and people are like, who are the biggest autographs? Who are the biggest names? And it's like, well, Nico is awesome. He signed a lot for people. So platinum anniversary, Nico Horner. And then Justin Turner was probably, and this is a refractor, Topps Chrome refractor in the Blue Jays. So this is the first year that I actually had players sign non-Cubs cards, because I've been buying. When I go through bargain boxes, it's like, oh, I don't have an autograph of this guy. He played for the Cubs, even though it's not in a Cubs uniform. I'll pick it up. So I'm like, well, since I'm, buying $1 and $2 non-Cubs autos that played with the Cubs, I might as well get in-person signed because Justin Turner doesn't have any Cubs cards, and I don't think I had any customs made of Justin Turner. So I got like Julian Merriweather. I did have a custom. He did sign a custom Cubs card for me, but got him in a Blue Jays. I got Tyson Miller in the Rangers, Topps Chrome rookie card. So yeah, 315 total autos. At some point, organization is something that I, talk about often and never get on top of. But I'd like to not only get organized with my Cubs cards, but also the autographs. It's like I probably have 10,000 Cubs autographs. But I have no idea. I mean, I probably in 5 or 6 spring trainings, I'd say I probably averaged 250 autographs. And maybe even less than that over the course, because early on I was getting a lot of baseball signed. So, my spring training hauls might've been 50 or 75 in a trip. We're now doing cards. It's in a lot of customs. It's, approaching 300 and beyond. So it's fun. And some people think it's stupid that adults collect autographs, and yeah, fuck off. Where we at? Unicorn Cupcake. Good morning. Steve, what's going on? My buddy Steve. What's happening? My buddy Steve. Kyle, good morning. Philly Joe's in the house. Good morning. That dude from Duryea is here. What's happening? Johnny M, what's going on? Good morning. James, what's going on? I am headed to Chicago tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow afternoon. Set up on Sunday. Ernie is the man. He is. His girlfriend Augie is great. Dogtopia actually posted something about their love, their relationship. Augie, who I believe is a poodle, and she's brown, and she's just as cute and adorable as Ernie is. Although are male dogs cute and adorable? I think so. All dogs are cute and adorable. It doesn't matter if they're male or female. Red Light, good morning. Loafy Joe, what's happening? Ernie is a fun guy. He is. Ernie is a very fun, energetic, happy little puppy. Brian, good morning. Happy Friday. James is going today to get a bulk deal lined up. There you go. Very nice. I'm getting excited. Speaking of bulk, I'm getting excited because the weather is warm. It's going to be like 73 today. So at some point, I think next week, although next week's probably going to be shitty. I don't have any time the next few days, although I think it's going to get cold starting Sunday, maybe. Oh, wrong app. Where's the weather? There it is. 73 today, 55 tomorrow, 42 Sunday. Okay, but 58 on Monday, 52 on Tuesday. So that's okay. It's not like it's going to be cold and snowy, although I think we are due. It's only March 14th. We're due for one more big snowstorm here. But those snowstorms, the snow doesn't last. Like at this point in the year, the ground is starting to thaw, so it won't stick like it does in January and early February. So I'm looking forward to taking another batch and another truckload of cards to the storage unit. And hopefully at some point in April, we will do a garage sale out of my storage unit. And it'll basically be everything's a dime. And if you want, like, and I've got, binders will be X amount. If you want these boxes, it's just like $10, whatever. So we're just going to do a blowout bulk garage sale from my storage unit. It's going to be weather dependent. I don't want to do it on a rainy April Saturday or Sunday. I'll probably aim for it like I don't know, because I don't want to schedule it when there's going to be traffic. Because the parking is kind of limited at a storage unit. So just in case, it's not like I'm expecting 100 people to show up, but you never know. So they gave me the soft okay. But it was like, so kind of like one of those, like, we'll let you do it, but we might not let you do it a second time. Uh, so stay tuned. I'll post about it. But sometime in April, I think my April weekends are actually wide open, with the exception of that last weekend. I'll have to look at Premier's schedule. I don't know what shows they have in April. We'll probably avoid Easter weekend. April 12th and 3rd, that weekend is Passover. So, although during the day I won't have anything. So, we'll play it by ear. And we got to play it by the weather as well. That dude from Duryea says, listed some cards at museum prices and they sold. It gave me a shot in the arm to list more high dollar cards. Isn't that fun? It's like, I'm going to list this at a high price. If it sells, great. If it doesn't, okay, because I want to keep it in my collection. I think I'm going to do more of that. And I've got, everything has a price. There's a small select amount of Cubs that that were gifted that won't be for sale. But a lot of stuff, I bought and or traded for, and it's like, if it really doesn't fit my collection, my showcase, I think I'm gonna keep that to my historical showcase, and I'll keep a bulk of what's in there. But I've got boxes and boxes of like good stuff that it's like they're just sitting in boxes, and it's like, I don't really want it. Although I find myself, when I go through these boxes, like I did yesterday, I had the game on, and I'm like, I'm gonna go through some Cubs boxes just to see what I can take to Chicago, what I might put on eBay. And I'm like, nope, don't want to put this on eBay. Don't want to sell, 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 don't want to sell. So I go through like 500 cards and I find 4. I'll sell these 4. It's like, no, that's not how this is supposed to work. So it's not like I'm minimalizing, but it's, and they're like Justin Steele first chrome autos. I probably have half a dozen. Do I need half a dozen? No. And then there's others like Chris Bryant and Javi Baez where I have some really nice stuff. It's like, I'm not selling that stuff because I would buy it right now for the prices that they're selling for because their markets are so low. It's like, so I've got to go find, but then it's like, well, Moises Ballesteros. Like, well, he still might have a shot in the arm himself in the hobby game. James says, Geneva Lakes Card Show looks like it has potential. There you go. I think that's the same day as the Madison Card Show. Red Light says, combine mine so I can pay. I will do that. Knackley Collectibles, good morning. Kyle says, I had a dream. I was at the Madison NASCAR show last night. 1 million. I don't know what that word is, so I'm not going to say it. And I don't know who Sabir is. So maybe trying to, oh yeah, he is trying to get me into trouble. I know what you're trying to do there, you dumbass. Bradley, 2 card shows in one day tomorrow, Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. I have never attended 2 shows in one day, so this could be a first. Very cool. I don't know if I've ever attended 2 shows in one day. Because usually if I go to a show, I end up digging through a bargain box all day. Max says, can't buy beer at Janesville Walmart until 9. Huge issue, LOL. Gas station by Janesville Card Show came through. Literally backed up the truck. There you go. That's a good gas station. That truck stop gas station. That's one of my go-tos, or that is my go-to before Janesville Card Shows. Florida baseball card dude, good morning. Glad to have you back. Glad to be here. Max is crossing the border into the worst state in the union shortly. Oh, I thought you were going to Chicago. I didn't realize you were in Iowa. Huh. Max is in Iowa. Scott says, what was this year's autograph count? 315. Gem City Card Show says, any reason to have a tablecloth color other than black when setting up at a card show? I don't know. I don't even pay attention to tablecloth colors. I will say black depending on what's on the table, black can really stain up quickly. But so can white. I don't know, red, green. But those tablecloths probably cost those colors probably cost more money. I don't know. If you're making your own, if it's like for everybody, if it's like you need tablecloths for like the entire show as a promoter, just go the cheapest route, white, gray. Do they have landlord gray in tablecloths? Otherwise, if it's as a dealer, I would say a color that nobody else is using, because if you do black or white, you're probably gonna, or gray, you're gonna mix in with everybody else's table. So I'd say like red, green, some off color, maybe. I don't know. Max says, do I get to claim no income if I sell things I bought here? Wondering how Blagojevich set this place up. Unicorn Cupcake says, do you have different color markers to use depending on the card aesthetic? That's a great question. No. Well, yes, I do have different color Sharpies, but I don't use them. In fact, I think every card signed was in the same, this one right here, the same blue Sharpie. Put that in there. In fact, I practiced. I will tell you the worst markers to use for any type of cards. Actually, these work well with like Heritage. They really pop on Heritage. They're the metallic sapphire Sharpies. Do I have any? I wonder if I have like a common Heritage. We're going to deface O'Neill Cruz. So let's just, do I have to make sure, store tip down. So I'm just going to do that a little bit. This is not a paint pen, so I don't have to shake it, but let's see. So, I mean, it doesn't, I guess it depends on the background. So this kind of blends in with the, it's a similar color to the border. So that's what it looks like on a Heritage card. And then silver, let's see, this is a metallic silver Sharpie. Actually, that does pop on Heritage. So the metallics actually do pop on Heritage. So that's the silver actually popped even better. But on a tops, on a like a base tops card, they look like shit. Do I have? Yeah, Bowman Draft, but I don't want to. Try to find something that, and I typically like using blue over black. These are a lot of older cards. Here's it. Sorry, O'Neill. It's O'Neill Cruz Day. It's a ruined card. So this is probably going to look like shit. Actually, this is a good marker. Doesn't pop the best. Where's that blue? Yeah, the blue looks. If it was on like a white, actually, it doesn't. The silver might actually pop more on that. And then you got paint pens. This you do have to shake. Now these I've had, of course, everything I've said. Like, oh, that actually does pop. Ooh, this looks really nice. Damn, I should have brought this marker. I didn't even bring this marker with me. That looks really nice. A blue paint pen. That looks really nice. So here, so there, the top you have a metallic blue Sharpie. The middle is the silver metallic, and the bottom is a paint pen. So there you go. You do have to watch, and now that I see it pops, but it will bleed. It will bleed, I guess, a little bit, where you don't have to worry with the so yeah, you can see it kind of bleeding a little bit on the B. I don't know if that really you could tell on camera. So it kind of bubbles up a little bit, I guess. So yes, I do have several different markers, but I typically lean on the standard blue Sharpie. I think overall blue Sharpie pops the most. Some cards black Sharpie. I would prefer black Sharpie. Probably some that I got signed in blue Sharpie to be like, that probably would have looked better in black. The custom cards that I make, depending on background, and background makes a big difference too. So I thought I was going to have to use black Sharpie one day, but my blue Sharpie ended up in a different pocket of my backpack. Max says, Brian, black is nice. Colors do stand out, though, if others are black. Talking about the tablecloths. Let's see. Gem City Card Show says, Max, that was kind of my thought. I want something to stand out but not hurt your eyes. I'm ugly enough as it is. Black is nice because you can put pretty much any logo and it looks good, but I don't mind colors. You just got to be careful on the eye. Uncle Rich says, this is another Dallas Card Show day. Had a great time last night in the diamond quarter boxes. More adventures today. Have fun. Best card was a nice 1966 single print Roger Craig high number card. Hey, that's pretty nice for a bargain box find. Your buddy Shane picked up 1,000 cards from the place I picked up 108. Very nice. Very nice. He was, needless to say, very happy last night with what he picked up. Very nice. If I come back to the Dallas Card Show, I intend on coming early to that first day. Unicorn Cupcake says, does anyone have experience buying sets from auction houses when they don't display pictures of all the cards? Well, I don't have personal, I have experience on what can happen through a friend that worked at an auction house. Can I request them to send me additional photos? Is that something they would do? Well, that's probably going to depend on the auction house. Buyer beware. When I see complete sets at auction, also look at the wording, because a lot of times it depends on the auction house. And what I mean by that is if it's an auction house that doesn't specialize in trading cards and sports cards, they may call a box of cards a set of cards. They may call, well, it's in a binder. It's 1955 tops. It's a set of 1955 tops. It's not a complete set. It could be a partial set. So I would be very wary. If they're in binders or in a box and it's 1955 tops, I would ask, and if it doesn't display, it's a complete set or a partial set, if it just says a set of 1955 tops, I would ask them how many cards. And that doesn't even include condition. I mean, now you're bidding on condition. If it doesn't show every card, I would assume they're not going to take pictures of every card. And so when it comes down to it, it's buyer beware, and you've got to blindly bid often. And that's when it comes to if it's like REA, Golden, like a legit auction house, then no, you don't have to worry. If it's your local city's Johnson Auction Service in Oskaloosa, Iowa, I just made that name up. Oskaloosa is actually a real town. I don't know if there's a Johnson auction service, but just for our little, if it's Johnson auction service in Oskaloosa, Iowa, and they just do estate sales and random shit, that's when I would beware. And whether or not they do, a lot of them do like previews, but you have to actually go to the auction house, and you can go and look and see for yourself. I highly doubt they would take pictures for you, but it doesn't hurt to ask. The worst they can do is say no. That dude from Duryea says it is easier to beg forgiveness than to ask permission. Have the sale at the storage facility, deal with it after. Yeah. So here's the thing. I did ask for, because I didn't want to sign the contract and then be like, well, we know you, although that could still be the case. I don't know if I read, it was a pretty short contract actually. But I wanted to be upfront, like, hey, if I wanted to have a garage sale, could I? And the lady that she's like, yeah, I don't care. I don't know if my coworker will, but I don't care. Okay. Well, that lady, and of course, by the time I have it, she might not even be working there. Gengar is a Pokemon. Okay, Gengar is a Pokemon, but if you say what he typed, he was trying to bait me into saying something that could come off as racist. Rich says, back in the day, I once went to 6, may have been 7 shows in a day. Holy shit. Max says, show in Marshfield, really? Bill says, worst state in the union, you're here in Rhode Island, LOL. Where there's a few shows. I think Pewaukee has a show on Saturday. Jefferson has a show on Saturday. There are a lot of shows this weekend. Rich, each room of your house isn't a card show. Gem City says, I'll do floral pattern. Amazon has some wild options. Or you can do the what's the checkerboard? That'll. JSaw Cards, what's up? Purchased 8170. And it will not scan Chrome cards. I removed the wheel per the video on Card Dealer Pro. Still will not work. Any help would be appreciated. I have an 8170 and I can scan Chrome cards. Now the scans aren't that great, but it scans them. What happens is, let's see. Let me grab a couple. So we're going to scan a couple and I'll show you what mine does. So it does not scan them like a non-Chrome card. Here's one. Here's one. LeBron James. All right. Ron Santo. All right. So I've got 4. So here's what mine does. And here's what probably most of them do. It does scan them, but it doesn't scan them like okay. So let's share the screen. And we're going to want to do window. Okay, let's see if this is. So it scans. But what happens is, remove that. So what happens is, so there's the scan. What happens is it just stops. It scans one card, it stops. You have to hit continue. Scans. And then you have to hit continue. So that's what my 8170 does. So it does scan Chrome cards. And some scans are better than others. You have to realize with scanners, and why they don't work on chrome is because there's no backlighting. So it's completely dark. So if you have a chrome card, there's no backlighting, and that's why the scans look the way they do. Where we at? Orlando, what's going on? Good morning. Hola. That dude says started using click Sharpie markers. No cap to lose and just easier to use. I've never seen those. Bo printing money, signing these cards at current comps for his auto. There you go. Uncle Rich says, you need to be there 2 to 3 days at the Dallas Card Show to dig into all the value boxes. Well, when I was there, I felt like I felt like one full day on Saturday was enough for me. I was even like towards the end of the day, it's like, there's nothing left. There's nothing else for me. Like, and I went to a lot of bargain boxes, and there wasn't a lot of bargain, but that was Saturday. That's why I would want to go on like the opening day. I could find a lot of stuff. And, I was also talking to people on Saturday, and I had other things going. So maybe that had something to do with it. But I think I definitely would want to get there, the first day and maybe spend, in 2 days probably would suffice if it's the first 2 days. But going Saturday, I felt like Saturday was enough for me. Most auction houses will be happy to help if possible. Found treasures. What's happening? It's Heritage, the 1933 Gaudy Indian card set. Many times the cards were in very rough shape. I was outbid and a little leery to bid higher without more picks. You betcha. Yeah, something like that. I would email them and say, hey, can you send pictures, better pictures? Max says, I'm half an hour from Marshfield, heard nothing about it. Probably more in touch with cards than anybody in my area. Great marketing. I wonder who's putting on the Marshfield card show. Stuke is in the house. Good morning. Jay Saw says, okay, thank you. Same here. Much appreciated. Take it from me. I will take you to the best bargain boxes. The bargain box, the first one I went to was actually the first one I think I shopped at was the one you took me to. And that was the best. That was definitely the best bang for my buck. And then the second best was the one where Shane and Dr. Jim were. And I'm like, if Shane and Dr. Jim are digging through these boxes, they're going to be good. Those were by far the two best. I don't know. Hey, buddy, what's up? What's up? Ernie's in the house. I don't know where else. What other boxes I bought? Did you go potty? Did you go? You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Or do you want to go see puppies? What do you want to do? Let's see. Rich says Thursday 4 to 9, Friday 10 to 8, Saturday 10 to 2. And that will be more than enough for you and leave you time to chat. Those are two good ones, and I know some others as well. Ernie is here. Oh, he's smushing. What are you doing, buddy? Male dogs can be cute. Are you cute? Oh, we got the zoomies. All right. It's time to go make some coffee and take Ernie to daycare. Go see some puppies, buddy. You want to go see puppies? Where's the 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 puppies? You want to go play with puppies? Yeah, puppy time. Did the Cubs kids packs go over well? They did. The very few that I brought, yes, they did. I think I made up about 175. I brought about 25 or 30 I took out. The other 150 I shipped. And they are still in transit somewhere. I opened up a missing mail claim. I haven't checked. I got to put in a refund request. Let's log in. You want to go see puppies, buddy? Hi. What's up? What's up? All right. So, well, we got to close that out. All right. So, undeliverable missing mail search initiated. March 10th. So, it's stuck. Hasn't even moved from wherever it's at. So, there's 150 Cubs cards for kids packs somewhere in the United States Postal Service. Still lost. Gem City says, have a nice big earn. That's you, buddy. Gonna go play with puppies. Artie wants to go now. Thank God no name that player so I don't have to wallow in loss. Have fun in Chicago this weekend. Headed back hopefully by noon. Rapid show tomorrow. Green Bay on Sunday. Too bad you can't bark back at him and see his reaction. Roof. 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 Say bye. Say have a good weekend. So I will go live tomorrow. I'll go live before I head to Chicago tomorrow. No show on Sunday. And then we'll be back Monday morning and we will talk about the weekend. How's your weekend going to be? Are you going to play puppies? You want to go see puppies? Ernie's going to go play with puppies. All right. Have a good weekend. Hey, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Visit my eBay store, 99centcards.com. Buy 7 or more items and save 25% off at checkout. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.